Premier Racing Setups is the longest-running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Tuesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and a live coverage of the Digital Sim Racing League True Southern Florida Living Stock Car Series, presented by BeefOBradys, Season 28 finale. Going to crown a champion tonight. That champion is in attendance, basically a victory lap for him, as he, just by virtue of being here with the 16-17 car field that we have, will have scored enough points simply by starting the race to lock everyone else out of an opportunity tonight. This guy right here, Galen Gidman, was the closest to him. 113 markers back. Would have to win the pole, win the race, and basically we would have had to have about 8 more cars and have Graves really either not show up or yeet the car on lap number 1 without a qualifying effort to get the championship away. Did not race all the races. Missed a couple of races this season. Still is going to end up second in the points most likely. But he gave it a good run. Tried to catch up. This is what happens when you miss races. Racing is life. I was saying that to Justin Smith a little while ago. Get your priorities straight because racing is life. And then he showed up, and he's out here making some laps, and we'll see if the 6 car has a good night. This is the hottest guy on – well, there's Casey Graves in the pits right there, but this is the hottest guy on the circuit right now. He's been veritably unstoppable. Couple wins in the truck series. And he went 3 in a row here. And then missed a win. And then got back on track last week. And got the field. He's got 4 wins. And he didn't race the full season either. Casey Graves has 3. Galen Gidman has 1. Trevor Williams. Nick Cooper. Kobe Stidham. All with wins in this series this season. So, hey, Michael Everett sighting? What? Well, he's not a huge fan of the B car, but we're happy to see him. That'll help things out. Fastest guy in the room right now. That man right there. He has been on a smoking streak for the last 2 weeks. He has got 6 podiums. No, 5 podiums in his last 7 races. He barely got edged out for his 6th last night. Has a couple of wins in there. Picked up 2 or 3 truck wins. And Garrett Boyd has been probably, if we're going to have power rankings, he'd probably be number 1 right now in the power rankings. Hoytsma would have to be at least number 2 because Hoytsma is expected to win every week. Boyd has been just clawing, scratching, fighting, digging. And he has been doing some really, went back-to-back over Midwest Trucks. He's going to go for 3 in a row tomorrow night over there if he can win at Kansas. So, Ross Cato having technical issues and just got in here pretty late. Finally getting some laps in, but he's getting down to the end of practice. Hopefully he's got that 12 car figured out before we drop the green flag. They're qualifying first. Last round of qualifying for the season. We know that on the 18th, we will have... oh, my gosh. This chat in our Discord is getting off the chain right now. Here we go. We will have our All-Star event on the 18th. All the drivers that have won a pole or a race in either the trucks or this stock car series were already locked in. There's 13 when we came in here tonight. Can we add another name to the list? Can we get a 14th lock-in position here tonight? We will see in just a matter of seconds. All right, qualify. We're going to start watching for him to drop onto the grid. Hello, Mr. Jose. Thank you for being the presenting sponsor for this series, man. It's much, much appreciated. And also, big thank you to Philip for the primary sponsor for this thing. Without these guys, we don't get to do this. We don't get to bring you guys all this racing. And can't thank the sponsors near enough. Fluelling over at Edmund Trophy, who's going to be putting all the hardware together for our 2 champions, so we can get it shipped out here in a few weeks. Scotty King for doing all the social media work. Shout out to Tiny Dancer. All the admins that help keep this thing going, because I couldn't do it by myself, that's for sure. And all the fans that keep us coming back live on the air. Because without you guys, there's no reason to even cover this stuff. We could just race and have fun and be done with it. But we know that a lot of people get a lot of enjoyment out of watching us. So without everybody that's attached, none of this happens. So thank yous to everybody for that. Kevin Spaulding up the backstretch. Galen Gidman out now. He's going to be around. I think Spaulding's going to be one of the first to post a lap here. He and Michael Larch. There's Michael Larch. Larch is always quick in qualifying. Always likes to come out and give it a rip. He goes across 33-39. Spaulding a little bit off behind that. Boyd is just now getting out there. Here comes, I don't know what Gidman was doing, but Garrett Boyd is on the track, and he's on his first time lap. Larch, Spaulding, Gagliano, Llewellyn have posted times. Yeah, the B car is being run at Charlotte. We already have a setup that we can provide for those that don't have one, and it's going to be just like it was last season. The open will be for everybody not qualified. We'll fill into 24, and then we'll go racing. Penalty points hanging over. We'll get you moved to the rear of the field in whichever segment is your first assigned segment. Just a touch off Boyd. Cato goes quick time. 33-35 for Ross Cato. Galen Gidman now. Mike Forstner started rolling out. He's going to go back to the pits and restart. I think he might have slid off into the grass right there, and that's always a bad thing. Don't want to do that. So here comes Gidman. We're going to watch Cliff Mullins as well. Gidman goes across the line. Here comes Mullins. Gidman, quickest, 33 flat, 33.013. Mullins, 33.95. So Galen Gidman, another pole position. And he's a driver that is already locked in. Trevor Williams, fifth quick, 33.53. I watched this guy with about 5-6 mock runs in practice. So we are going to see. He was third quick for a very long time, and then he bumped down to fourth or fifth, and we're going to see what he can do right here. Had to give him a little grief. He got a top 5 last night, and we really grieved him about all that. He seemed shocked that we were shocked that he had a top 5 run. Well, that's part of broadcasting. Sometimes you just, don't have a high expectation. Somebody exceeds it, and you get to get excited about it. But his first time around, and he knows it's a one-and-done situation. And Forstner goes fifth quick, 33.39. He's good with that. Scores him some qualifying points, and he'll get it shut down. Gidman, Cato, Boyd, Mullins, Forstner, and Larch, the top 6. Top 5 get points. No qualifying for several drivers. Man, about half the field did no qualifying. And we'll be at 110 and 50, and it'll be the same rules. In the open, guys don't have to make a pit stop, and in the final 2 segments, you have to make one during segment 2 at some point for 4 tires under green flag. Hello, Mr. Lowrance. Any update on our 6 car for next season? Just curious. Just waiting for this session to end. Let's Casey Graves, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right, man. Basically a victory lane tonight. Just by showing up, you've scored enough points to lock out the only guy that had a shot, even though he won the pole. Is it going to be a true victory lap, or are we just going to make sure we get to the end tonight?
Oh, I'm going to try my best. The car feels pretty good. It's going to be all about saving tire and keeping these things good as you can for pretty much 250 lap runs tonight. So, yeah, hopefully setup's good enough and driver does a good enough job. Maybe we can get the win tonight.
All right, man. Well, we know we're going to talk to you at the end of the night, so try to keep all 4 down on the pavement for us and bring it around, park it in that pretty pink area right there around the O'Reilly sign for us at the end of the night, will you, buddy?
All right, I will.
Good luck to you, man.
All right, thank you.
Casey Graves, your series champion, in fact, in back-to-back. And in both series, we went back-to-back. Truck Series champion was back-to-back, and so is your B-Car Series champion. So, We know the top 5 going to the back, even though it's championship night. Casey Graves, Galen Gidman, Ross Cato, Michael Larch, and Cliff Mullins. They will all vacate their starting positions, and they will all move to the back of the field. That's cool. I don't mind. Throw me some pictures. We'll confirm something. There comes your front row. Both of those drivers will vacate, go to the back. The driver on the outside of row number 2 and row number 3 will also go to the back, and they'll join that 01 car back there. And that's going to move Garrett Boyd up to the pole. And I don't even know who's back there. Is that Trevor Williams? No, that is Kevin Spalding. Captain Spalding is going to be on the outside of the front row when we get to this. Let's look at that starting lineup. It is. I don't know what is going on there. If you put your fingers in the right places, things change. And they do it quickly. The 94 of Galen Gidman on the pole. Ross Cato, his teammate in the 12 on the outside. Another teammate at RPM, Garrett Boyd, the 21, inside row number 2. Next to the 44 of Cliff Mullins. All 4 of those drivers headed to the back. No, that's not right. Garrett Boyd's not going to the back. Michael Larch is going. And Mike Forstner in row 3 in the 69 on the inside, and Michael Larch in the 4, scheduled to be on his outside. That's the 4th driver headed to the back. And then Trevor Williams in the 1, Kevin Spalding the 25, row number 4. Row 5 is the 81 of Dean Gagliano, and the 23 of Daniel Llewellyn. Lucas Hoitzma, the hottest driver in the series, going for win number 5.
Lights it back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not
46
going
car, row 6 inside next to his teammate. Your series champion, defending and still champion, the 01 of Casey Graves. Graves will move a few spots back as he will start dead last in the field. And then Greg Smith in the 6, Stephen Pearson the 83, row 7, Ryan Camba the Cambinator, 204 car, inside of row number 8, next to his buddy, the 8 of Michael Everett. You see all the leaders start to move to the back. There's Graves, Gidman, Cato, Larch, and Mullins. That was 1 through 5, so the 5th place guy gets to start the closest to the back of the field, and the points leader, well, you get to do the most work, sir. Up front, Boyd and Spalding will have the front row. Forstner and Llewellyn in row 2. We had 5 cautions last night in 75 laps. These guys are going to do 100. They only get 1 set of tires. They're qualifying tires and 1 more set of 4. I know that on a 25-lap run, the right front was starting to get a little worn on some of these cars. These guys are going to really have to protect. Be smart. Keep the right side tires on it as long as they possibly can. If you could, some of these guys would, with that set of tires that's in the pits, all 4 tires, they just go put 2 right side tires on twice and be done. They wouldn't care about their left side tires. Doesn't work that way. All right, this time we got the field bunched up. We're ready to go green for the final time in season 28, 2026. True Southern Florida Living Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys. Championship night. Miami Homestead Speedway are ready to get after it. Pace car out of the way. Boyd
green.
brings them into the start zone. The green flag is out. I saw both cars wiggle at the same time when they spun the tires. When they planted the throttle. Boyd will get to the point first. Forstner third. Llewellyn is on the outside. 4 side by side behind. Williams and Pearson. Lucas Hoitzma, no Outback challenge for him tonight. He went ahead and he took that starting spot right there about row 4. We'll see. We'll see what he does. He's going to be good. He's going to be quick. He's that good. You ever want to challenge yourself, see how good you really are? Get in a race with this guy right here. You get to measure against one of the best in the business. Lucas Hoitzma, Stephen Pearson to 7th, Greg Smith and Dean Gagliano 8 and 9. There's Michael Everett in 10th, and now we're back here where all of our top 5 are starting to try to work their way through. They got the Cambinator right in the middle, and he'll go to the high side, kind of let these guys have some room. I saw Gidman go to the high side on Mullins. He's going to try to go 3 wide. on Everett, and he got to the door. Mullins decided it was better to roll off, and it's going to cost him. He's going to fall way back. He's going to lose 3 spots, 4 spots real quickly. New paint on that 44 car. That is what he will run next season. He went ahead and debuted it here in championship night tonight, as he will get one of the many house cars in the 2 Series. Boyd is up front. Spalding is second. Forstner is third, and they've put a little gap on the now 4th place car of Lucas Hoitzma, who got around Llewellyn right there coming out of turn 4. So Llewellyn 5th, Williams and Smith 6, 7, Pearson 8, Gagliano and Gidman now in the top 10. He's the first of the top 5 or in points. He is all over that 81 car. Not wasting any time. He's going to the front. He doesn't want to let Hoitzma get too far away. He knows that's the car they're probably going to chase tonight. Got Ross Cato, a couple of cars behind him. Then Michael Everett sandwiched in between with Ryan Campbell, between Graves, Larch, and Mullins. And you're talking about 5.5 seconds from 1st to 16th right now. We'll start to see these cars look like they're getting loose, and that's because they will be as runs go on. These guys will put a little bit of rubber into the track, and inevitably here at Miami, the track just loosens right up as you put rubber into it. Lucas Hoitzma in the 4th spot. Good look at Daniel Llewellyn right here. Gave Hoitzma that spot. Now kind of settled in. Looks like he's just trying to make laps in that 23 car. Trevor Williams also kind of settling in. Little battle behind because Greg Smith is under fire from Stephen Pearson. Pearson wants the bottom side, and I know that Smith was enjoying running the high side last night in the truck. Misfortune befell him at the end of that. He got a run off the high side, and he will slot Pearson right back in between himself and Gidman. And Gidman probably now has reached the point where he's going to have to be patient, let these guys race a little bit, and not get at them too bad. Got to protect those tires. Side by side still for 7th and 8th, and they're holding up 9th and 10th right now. There goes Pearson. He'll clear. And immediately, Gidman goes on the attack. Goes after Smith. He'll take the spot away as well, so Gidman's up to 8th. Smith fell back to 9th. And Ross Cato's a top feeder. He loves to ride the rim. He is going to be happy to get up there on the outside and get that big run down the hill, down the backstretch, and take another spot away. So Smith is falling back quickly. He went from running about 6th. He's 10th now, and he's got Casey Graves creeping in on him. Larch behind that, and Mullins getting around Gagliano here. They'll be inside the top 13. And then it is Gagliano, Camba, and Everett. It is still Boyd out front. Mike Forstner now putting in the work. And he got around Spalding and Hoitzma. Then Forstner up to 2nd. And he's trying to run down that 21 car. Said he was going to do something tonight. "12 laps in, he's up to 2nd, about 1.3 seconds behind. Hoitzma 3rd and Spalding now 4th. Passes going on all over the place. Gidman just got around Williams. Graves got around Smith. Cato got around Williams, and then Cliff Mullins just finished a pass on Michael Larch. And that'll put those two 12th and 13th. And they're creeping in on Pearson as Greg Smith just got back around Stephen Pearson. And there's a battle. Trevor Williams and Casey Graves. And Casey Graves will make a move and take over the 8th position. So the guys from the back now working their way towards the front. The only guys kind of stuck in limbo, Cliff Mullins and Michael Larch. Everybody else is inside the top 8 now. Let's go back up to the front. The gap has opened a little bit. Boyd has got a 1.3 second lead on Forstner. Forstner's got about 7/10 of a second over Hoytsma. And then it's 2 seconds back to this battle right here, and that is Kevin Spaulding, and he's under fire. Galen Gidman now going to move into the 4th position. So Spaulding to 5th, Llewellyn and Cato 6, 7. And then it's not that far back. Casey Graves is starting to come forward as well. But it's been the 21 car all 14 laps. Started on the pole. Still 1.3 seconds. Forstner across the stripe, 1.26 to be exact. And Hoytsma still hanging 3/4 of a second behind that. Gidman's got 2 seconds to make up to get to Hoytsma. They're going to get about 25 laps out of fuel. They're only going to get to change tires. Rights, lefts, or they got to wait till lap 50 and get all 4. So we'll see. At some point, you got to save a little fuel on one of these runs. And it don't look like we're destined to get a caution unless somebody pulls a selfie. There's Daniel Llewellyn and Casey Graves. And now this is going to become a battle here. Play a little peekaboo. He moves left, you move right, vice versa. Llewellyn down the straightaway, moves to the left, moves back to the right, and he stays on the high side, and Graves drove alongside. But he's not quite going to have enough to clear, and he's going to have to keep it pinned down on the bottom. Oh, and Llewellyn, just a tiny brush of the fence, and it's going to cost him the spot getting into turn 1. He got the car a little off balance. Couldn't make that turn clean into turn 1. Had to slow down a little, get some weight on the nose of the car to make it turn. Look a little further back. That's Kevin Spaulding, and Cliff Mullins now is 9th. He started to move his way forward. Trevor Williams, Ryan Campbell, Greg Smith, and Michael Larch is back here 13th. Gagliano, Pearson, and Everett. And that is 15 seconds from this guy right here, and he's 1.5 seconds ahead of Forster. Forster's about 1.2 seconds ahead of Hoytsma. Gidman has kind of equaled out. He's staying about 4.3 off the lead, about 1.6, 1.7 off of that 3rd place car. Ross Cato, then Casey Graves. So the top 3 in points, 4th, 5th, and 6th right now in the running order they started about 12th through 16th. Most everybody's now at 35 seconds. They started around 33:30. They're right at 35:0 to 35:4. Fastest car, Cliff Mullins that time by. 34:99 for Mullins. 35.05 for the leader. Getting them spread way out, but it's all about this guy right now. 35.05 the last time by this time. 35.27. Forstner, 35.26, so about the same. Then 13.14 and 05 for Cato, fastest so far. And an 07 for Mullins. Bad week for Cato. Took him out of second place a couple of weeks ago. He just had a rough night of racing. We're going to start watching because Hoytsma is slowly starting to ease in on Forstner. A foot here, a car length there. He's making his way to the bumper of the 69. We're not far from pit stops. Just a handful of laps here. Two and a half seconds from first to second, and then it's about 6/10 between this guy and this guy. The 69 of Forstner, the 46 of Hoytsma. Gidman closing the gap ever so slightly. Fastest car around this past time, 35.01. Everyone else 24 and slower. Cato at 15 and Graves at 16 were the next two quickest cars. So Gidman closing in. Cato coming with him. Graves is trying to chase them both down. Everybody trying to go after the 21 car. And he's got it pretty much locked in. He's running the same line pretty near every lap. His lap times have been very consistent. His fall off has been pretty smooth. He hasn't jumped all over the place on the timesheet. He got a couple of adjustments during practice. And I think that car finally suited his style. I still see him working in the driver's seat there. Left, right, a little with the hands trying to get up off the corners. Not the quickest car, but not the slowest car this last lap. Forstner still second, but a lot of companies coming. Because Hoytsma's starting to ease in. It's 3/10, and then it's just a couple of car lengths back to Gidman. Gidman started 15th. Gidman's going to head for pit road. So the first of the leaders to go to pit road. Out of the top five, the 94 car. Head down to pit road. Let's see what he does for tires. Does he take just lefts this time? Long, slow pit road. He had the first pit stall. So in he goes. And Gidman not going to take tires. It's a good strategy. He'll wait till the next one and he'll get all four. That's a pretty good strategy, really. He's going to go a lap down because there goes the leader. Going to go right on by. Here comes Mike Forstner and Lucas Hoytsma now starting to crank things up a little bit. He's going to the top side. Trying to pick up positions before he has to pit here. Cato, Graves, Mullins. Stephen Pearson is on pit road now. Garrett Boyd dips out of the lead, and he will head for pit road, and that lets Gidman get back on the lead lap. We'll see who else comes. A bunch of them. Cato going to the point now. He'll lead a lap. Graves and Mullins behind. Forstner came in. So did Hoytsma. And those two are nose to tail right now, headed up pit road. So we'll see who wins the battle on pit road. Hoytsma to his box first. He'll stay at the top of the scroll. Oh, you just scroll off the screen right there. There's a mistake from the 69. He missed his pit stall. That's going to hurt him. There goes Boyd. Here comes Hoytsma. There goes Forstner. So that exchange, Cato goes to pit road. Graves comes behind. Cliff Mullins stays out in the 44. He's going to lead a lap. Is Mullins going to be able to get there on 2 stops? If he saved enough to get to lap 33 or 34, that would be amazing. Here comes Daniel Llewellyn and the Combinator back on track. Gagliano still on track. He is 13 seconds behind Cliff Mullins. Everybody else is on pit road. Here comes Cato off. Here comes Graves off. Lart's just getting to his box. Williams Spalding is rolling out. They come together. Michael Everett trying to get to his box, and there's your leader, Cliff Mullins, coming in. And I think the 8 car might have run out of fuel and had to coast to his box. Mullins had to take evasive action. Gagliano is now on pit road. So let's see what this does, shaking things up. Once we cycle all the way through the next time we come by, I think you're going to see 21 of Garrett Boyd and the 94 of Galen Gidman. Going to be 1-2. Hoytsma is going to be 3rd. Cato and Forstner 4 and 5. So Mike Forstner from 2nd to 5th on the exchange of green flag stops. Missing your pit stall by a foot, having to back up, costs you so much time. Mullins is going to blend in 7th after his pit road excursion, dodging around the 8 car. The 6 of Greg Smith appears to have taken that car to pit road and into the garage. So our first retiree, Stephen Pearson, also looks like he may have retired. Well, he may have just rolled back out. Hold on. Let's see. There he is. He's coming. He's coming back out. He must have had a penalty and had to go serve it because he's a number of lap down. And now Michael Everett, I'm pretty sure he ran out of fuel. And that's why he was coasting down pit road so slow. But you can see 1st and 2nd right there. Here comes Pearson back to pit road again. And he may have gotten a penalty and he just can't get it to clear. But there's Boyd, there's Gidman, and there's Hoytsma. Here's Cato. There's Forstner. And the spacing between the top 5 is almost exact. Right down the line. Oh! Casey Graves. Track's about a foot narrower than he thought it was, and he bumped the fence right there. Mullins in with the lead, out 7th during the green flag pit stop exchange. Went the furthest on the fuel. Credit where it's due. He saved the most. Stephen Pearson looks like he might be out of this event as well. 15th for him. There's Michael Everett still. And Everett just needs a caution. And he was your lucky dog. Garrett Boyd still swatting bees inside the car. He's swatting bees on the way into the corner. And he's swatting bees on the way out of the corner. Man, that car is loose. And there's Gidman right up behind him. In the corner together. They got a 1.6 second lead on Lucas Hoytsma right now. Once again, that car just so loose for Boyd. Gidman watching. Giving room on the entry. You can see that 21 car just looking for right side grip anywhere he can find it. He might have the run here. He may have a shot to take the lead. He's going to be side by side with him getting to turn 1. There's Hoytsma. Gidman will surge ahead. We'll see on the exit If he's clear, and I didn't think he would be. I thought it'd be close, but Garrett Boyd's going to have a big run. And Gidman is going to have to keep working. Ross Cato, meanwhile, is starting to reel in the 46. And he's doing that high side thing. Got to get it out of the fence. That'll slow him down a little bit. That'll open the gap some. It was a car length or two when he got there, and now it's about 6/10, which is about 10 car lengths. Mike Forstner still in 5th. Having a really good run. He had a great run last night. Had a top 5 in the truck series. Doing a good job again tonight here at Miami. He better. It's his home track. In front of Graves by about 3/4 of a second. And then Mullins is still 7th. Llewellyn. Camba 9th. We watched Ryan Camba make a run up through the field and take the lead in the truck race last night. And then he had an unfortunate incident on the turn 2, and the truck died against the inside wall there down the backstretch. But that's Kevin Spaulding in 10th, Trevor Williams, and Gagliano, Larch. And then our lone lap car right now. If he gets a caution, that's all he needs, and he's right back in it. Michael Everett in the 8th car. Gidman finally going to get the lead, wrestled away from Boyd. And they will head down to turn 1. Going to be 40 laps the next time. Hoytsma going to have company because here comes Cato ripping the top side. And Cato is going to work by Lucas Hoytsma. You don't see Lucas Hoytsma get past under green flag conditions very often. But I think you're about to see that pass get completed right here coming out of turn 4. The 12 car will have a huge head of steam. And he will go right on by. So Hoytsma to 4th. Still Forster in 5th, but Casey Graves inching his way up. A little closer, little closer, little closer. It'll be a battle for 5th soon. Meanwhile, Gidman's got a 1/4 second on Boyd, and they are running distinctly different lines around this speedway. And Boyd, dropping back to his dirt racing days, he just late modeled it off of turn number 4 right there. He can't wait for about another 10 or 11, 12 laps here as they catch Michael Larch. And Larch is going to go a lap down. Stephen Pearson back on the racetrack. A number of laps down. I got to feel like maybe he did have some damage or something on that car. Boyd right against the wall. He is wrestling that car off the fence. Pearson going to dart between cars. Fresher tires. There's Ross Cato. He's going to get to the lap car of Larch right here. And Hoytsma is behind that, about 7/10 of a second. And he'll get to the lap car, the 4 machine. So the top 4. Oh, and Michael Larch has some nose damage, it looks like. So that car's snowplowing just a little bit. Here comes Forstner, doing a good job hanging on to that 5th spot. He's staying in front of your defending and repeating current champion. And he's giving the 69 car a pretty good ride again tonight. Stay on the 69 because the 01 ever, ever, ever closer. Graves went to the high side, lost about a car length, but he's going to make it all up down the backstretch and then some. That was a ginormous run out of turn 2. Can he do the same thing out of turn number 4? Trevor Williams is on pit road. He'll be the first to make his second pit stop. Go back up front because Ross Cato caught and passed Garrett Boyd in turns 1 and 2, and the 12 car is finding some speed. Around the high side, Gagliano came down to give the 12 room. The 21 was there, and they almost got together mid-corner in 3 and 4. Hoytsma's about to have company because Graves is within about 7 car lengths right now. Meanwhile, Galen Gidman, well, I'd say he's off to the races, but he's at the races, and he's 1.4 seconds, almost 1.5 seconds ahead of Ross Cato. There goes Trevor Williams, the 1 car, after coming off pit road on a lot fresher tires, and he's going to eat these guys up for a few laps here. I'm sure that Gidman and Cato both want to make it to somewhere between lap 51 and 53, if they can. And that'll guarantee they're in their window to make it to the end of the race. Gidman, Cato, Boyd. Qualified 1, 2, 3. They were on the 1, 2, 3. Right now on the racetrack. Hoytsma got close, but he didn't get close enough. He'll make up some time on the next run. When he gets 4 fresh tires on, he'll make up a little time on some of these guys. Boy, just a little free right there. And that lets Hoytsma catch right back up. We'll see if Boyd can settle it down for 2 or 3 laps and keep that 3rd position till they make it through pit stops. Casey Graves just now getting around Mike Forstner about a half a lap ago. And Cliff Mullins is starting to reel in the 69. We're going to get the pit stops in the next lap or two, so 69 car way up the hill. He looks super tight right now. He'll go in the corner, try to keep the car there, but it just skates right up the hill on him. And within the next lap or two, we're going to see that 69 car on pit road. I guarantee it. He is going to want to put fresh shoes and then get back to the battle. Dips it way down to the bottom. Is this the lap that he decides to go to pit road? Not quite. Lap or 2 more here. Williams and Pearson have both been on pit road twice. Everybody else has yet to make a second pit stop. Go up front. It is a half second now between the 94 and the 12. Ross Cato running the high side, reeling in Galen Gidman in bunches. He's going a car length or 2 every straightaway right now. Kevin Spaulding. Dean Gagliano heads for pit road. 81 car. In for service. It's a half second. It's a 4/10 of a second now. How long does Gidman stay on the racetrack? At least one more. There's Michael Everett hitting pit road. 8 car in for service. 25 car just dipped off, and he'll come in for service. Boyd and Hoytsma still locked in battle, and I think Hoytsma may have the best of it this time. Off the exit of turn 4, and they come right together, nose to tail, literally, almost pushing down the straightaway. Cato going to go for the lead out of turn 2. This may induce the 94 to come to pit road. Having to save so much fuel, and that does. Losing that spot. Gidman dives off, and he'll be on pit road. Cato stayed out an extra lap or two the last time, and he'll have 1 or 2 more. He's got 6 seconds over Hoytsma. Boyd came into the pits as well. Mike Forstner is in his stall and out. He's got 4 fresh tires. There's Gidman sliding into his stall. Here comes Boyd. He'll slide into his. We'll see 4 tires going on the 94. I have 0 doubts. Where's Cato? Coming out of turn number 4. 6.4 seconds ahead of Lucas Hoytsma. 9.8 seconds ahead of Cliff Mullins, and over 10 seconds ahead of Casey Graves. Ted Camba to 5th, and Llewellyn is 6th. That's the last of your lead lap cars. Everybody else a lap down and coming out of the pits right now. Trevor Williams is trying to make up space. So we'll go watch Cato. He is up by the fence again. I don't think he's coming in this time. Said he doesn't get the results a lot of times at this racetrack, but he sure does like racing here. Had a whale of a run last night in the trucks. In fact, made a last lap, last corner pass to get a podium finish out of it. And he is way out in front now because he's almost 10.5 seconds ahead of Mullins because Hoytsma, Camba, and Llewellyn all dipped to pit road. The only 3 still out, Cato, Mullins, and Graves. Everybody else now has been on. You see Camba slide to his box and back up at the top of the screen. Here comes Llewellyn in right behind as Hoytsma leaves. Camba's going to head out. Cato dips onto pit road. Mullins is going to stay out and lead another lap. Graves came in when Cato came in. In and out of his box, the 23 of Daniel Llewellyn, and now we're going to watch the 12 get pit service. Right sides are on, left sides are going to go on. He'll drop off the jack, and he'll take off and go. And there go the lefts on the 01 car. So Cliff Mullins off of turn number 4. He'll have to pit in the next lap or 2. I'm going to see how long he can go. So he may be trying to be sneaky here, and yeah, he is clutching that car. He's going in. That's why he was so low on RPM. So Mullins will head in. That'll put Gidman back to the point. So the last car to pits on lap 59 going into lap number 60. And we'll cycle through. That'll put Gidman back to the point. Cato is going to be 2nd, and Garrett Boyd in and out, still 3rd in front of Lucas Hoytsma in 4th. Mike Forstner is back to 5th again. Casey Graves will cycle through to 6th. Let's see where Mullins is going to time in at, because Trevor Williams is coming. We'll see where these two end up because it's going to be a drag race down the backstretch, I think. There goes Mullins, and there goes Williams, and Williams probably will get the spot going into 3, but Mullins may have it when we come back out of 4. So 7th and 8th changes hands a couple of times in about half a lap, and Mullins cycles back out in 7th. Williams, Kamba, and Llewellyn. The last cars on the lead lap, Spalding, Gagliano, 1 lap down, Larch and Everett 2. And Stephen Pearson back on track again. And 12 laps down, but still making laps. Right now, it's all about that guy. The 94 car drove his way from the back to the front, and he's got a 4-second lead over Ross Cato. And Cato had the lead when Gidman pitted. He had just taken it away. How he lost 4 seconds on pit road, I'm not exactly sure. There's Michael Larch going by. Larch is 13th, a couple of laps off the pace. Lucas Hoitzma dips to the inside of the 8 of Michael Everett. And he will get by clean and clear. He is 4th right now. Forstner still 5th tonight. Man, guy is good at Miami Homestead. Kevin Spalding going by with him. Here comes Casey Graves. Graves the next car in the line, and he's about 4.6 seconds behind Forstner here. There's still 36 laps to go. Cars spread out all the way around the speedway right now. We can hardly find 2 cars together out here right now. You can see how spread out they are. 94 car, the leader. That gap is shrunk. It was over 4 seconds a little while ago. It's down to 2.2. As Cato goes by Llewellyn. I think that's Ryan Kamba that is right in front of your leader. Kamba goes to the high side. Gidman will go to the bottom. Go back and watch Ross Cato. He's got it down under 1.9 seconds. So Cato is reeling the leader in. He is just running his teammate down. Here comes Garrett Boyd. He'll go by Llewellyn coming out of turn number 2. He's still 3rd. Then Hoitzman not that far behind now. It's 1.1 seconds. And then it is a good distance back to Mike Forstner. 5th place still. He is there. Here comes Graves out of turn 2 finally. And you see Cliff Mullins way at the head of the straightaway. Nobody in front of Cliff Mullins. Watching off of his nose cam. You can see Graves up there at the top of turn number 1. It is a long ways. Here's Trevor Williams. Williams is 8th and about 1 lap down. He's the last car on the lead lap. The leader is not that far behind him. Kamba is the first car a lap down in 9th. 94 car is picking it up and putting it down. Cato. Well, he's picking them up and putting them down just a tiny bit faster because he is absolutely running the 94 car down. I think we're going to have a battle for third here pretty quickly because Hoytsma is getting ever closer. He's got it down to about 0.6 of a second. Now it's about half a second behind Boyd. Boyd may be rolling a little slow to protect his tires. I will say that there is Williams and there is Gidman. Williams $35.65 last time. Gidman and company, $34.44, $34.53, $34.65, and the fastest car on the racetrack, $34.40. Actually, that's not true. The fastest car on the racetrack now, Cliff Mullins, is the 44th car. We'll see if he's that fast this lap. He was 34.21 last time. 34.33. He is still the fastest car on the racetrack. If we can get to about 6 more laps to go, everybody will be in the window to make it the rest of the way. Got a message that this track has tightened up severely tonight. Last night the track loosened up, and every practice session the track just got a little freer as the night went on. Tonight, not so much. Gidman is still out front, 3/4 of a second over Ross Cato. It's 2.8 seconds back to this guy right here, Garrett Boyd, and then Lucas Hoytsma. Slowly reeling him in. He's got it down to around 0.3. It's about 10 car lengths. Mike Forster's still 5th. Casey Graves, Cliff Mullins, and Trevor Williams just went a lap down, and he is going to head for pit road. He's got a long way to go. About 27 laps. He's going to have to really save some fuel if he is not going to have to make a splash and go here at the very end of the night tonight. Gidman, just on a ripper. Back to the front. He's been out front numerous times, but he is going to be given the lead up again here pretty soon. We're going to get to pit stops, and I think Cato may get the lead away from him before we get to those pit stops. But even if he doesn't, he'll stay out for a couple extra laps. He's been able to do it all night long. Hello, Ken. He's having another top 5 run tonight. Here comes Williams off pit road. He'll get in between the second and third. And I'll tell you what, the battle for third is heated up. And we're going to go watch this because Hoytsman now is all over the back end of the 21 of Boyd. Boyd is trying to do everything he can to keep him in dirty air, especially on entry. Couple more laps, and I think it's safe to go pit for these guys. They can make it the rest of the way. They don't have any more tires left, but they can definitely make it the rest of the way. Ryan Kamba, Daniel Llewellyn on pit road. Kamba missed his pit stall the last time. He nails it getting in this time. Llewellyn in as well. Left side tires going on the 23 car. Here comes Kamba. Here comes Llewellyn. They will get out nose to tail again. Mike Forster off the racetrack and onto pit road. I don't think he has any tires left. We're going to watch his pit stop to see. Boyd and Hoytsma are still running. And Hoytsma now is going to make the pass on Boyd right as we get ready for pit stops. And I think that'll probably induce the 21 car to come in pretty quickly here and try to get some tires. There comes Cliff Mullins for his final pit stop. He pits out of 7th. There's Kevin Spaulding coming in as well. Fuel only on the 69. Fuel only for the 44. And fuel only for the 25. Gidman and Cato up the backstretch. Boyd going to go, alongside, and he bumped Lucas. And he gives the spot right back. He had a good run trying to make the pass. Car just came up the hill a little more. Is that going to put Hoytsma going to the pit? Nope. Neither one of them will go to the pit. They're going to stay out as long as they possibly can here. Casey Graves has already been on and off pit road. He's going to try to undercut these guys. He's got to make up over a lap because he is in turn 2 and the leaders are a lap and about a half. As they are down at the finish end of the racetrack. And Gidman and Cato staying out one more time. Hoytsma, Boyd is not going to stay out. Boyd's going to come in. He'll have 20 laps, 21 laps remaining, 20 when he gets out of the pits on his tires and fuel. There goes Graves. He'll go by. He won't be into the 5th spot or the 4th spot just yet. Got a little ways to make up. I expect to see these two head for pit road within the next lap and then maybe about 3 for the 12 car. '94 car through turn 4, and he's going to stay out another lap. Take it as far as you can. Try to make that fuel stop as short as it can be since you don't have tires. Get back out. Woo. The old lock on the chair gave up and about fell over backwards. Hoytsma staying out as well. He's 4.4 seconds behind the leader. And Garrett Boyd's going to slot in right in front of him after his pit stop. So now we'll see. How long does Hoytsma stay out? How long do Gidman and Cato stay out? Galen Gidman headed for pit road. Here comes Michael Everett. That looks like Dean Gagliano in the 81 as well. That'll put Cato back out front. Now we'll go watch Hoytsma. He goes by, still giving chase to Ross Cato. The last of the lead lap cars starting to pit right now. Gidman will be a fuel-only stop. I'm positive of that. Waiting. The can in. The rest of it's in. Here he comes out, and he's going to catch up to these lap cars. So he's going to have to work around them coming off pit road. And there goes Cato by one more time. And Gidman probably going to get out in front of and stay on the lead lap. That'll make it interesting for Cato after he pits. Hoytsma 4.6 seconds behind. He's going to have to come to pit road pretty quickly. Final pit stops, a final 16 laps coming up here. Does Hoytsma take it to pit road? Yeah, man, I thought when that left side started to dip, he was going to go. He is staying out there. We'll see how long he can go. I think Cato may have to come this time or the next time. There's only 3 cars on the lead lap. That's your leader, and the last car is right there. Just going into turn 3, and there comes Cato. Gidman got out in front of him. He was in front of him when he decided to pit. Cato out for another lap. Hoytsma going to stay out for another lap. No, he's not. He did a late dive to pit road, and Hoytsma will come in. This should be a fuel-only stop for the 46. And Cato's not going to be able to wait. He is going to have to get to pit road. cannot let the car run out of fuel. Hoytsma in the box. Should be about a can and a half. And away he rolls. Now, where's your leader? He's diving off and coming to pit road as well. So that's going to mean where's Gidman? Well, Gidman just went by Hoytsma. Where's Boyd? Boyd may not be in front of Hoytsma this time. Lucas around off the corner. It'll be a little bit of a drag race, but Hoytsma may have the advantage. I will, buddy. Are you not going to stay and watch the end? There's Hoytsma. There's Boyd. Where is Cato going to slot out? He's rolling away. Here comes Gidman. Cato may stay in the lead here. He may have played this perfectly. Got into and out of pit road and maintained the lead. Here comes Gidman. There's Cato. Gidman may get by him just on the raw speed of it, but Cato's going to be close. They'll come together like they started the pit cycle. And Hoytsma in behind the lap car of Michael Everett. He'll duck and go behind. There's Garrett Boyd. Is Garrett Boyd going to end up with 2 fourth-place finishes at Homestead this week? Man. Going to have to dig deep to try to get that spot back from Hoytsma. Graves is now 5th. Forstner is 6th. Then Mullins, the last car on the lead lap. And Ryan Kamba, the first car not in 8th. We are going to have 12 laps to go. And Cato is going to run where the 94 is not, it looks like. Gidman's going to try to keep dirty air on him as much as he can. And I know Gidman is not the most comfortable up around the top of the racetrack. He would much rather be right there, bottom feeding. But he knows every time he goes there, Cato goes high, and that run off the exit brings the 12 car that much closer. Here comes Hoytsma, 5 seconds behind those guys. We do not see this with any regularity. We usually see Lucas Hoytsma lapping the field. Tonight, Galen Gidman, Ross Cato, Garrett Boyd, Casey Graves, Mike Forstner, and Cliff Mullins all have it on the same lap with the 46 car. And they are coming together, nose to tail here through 3 and 4, and Cato going to go to the bottom, getting into turns 1 and 2 with 10 laps to go and try to get the lead. And he's going to get it done. Drove right by the 94 on the bottom of the racetrack. He'll go to the high side. Gidman will go to the bottom. Well, Gidman slide job him and put that blade across his nose. He does. There's just too much of a run. Cato will go right back by. He might have been able to get to the high line. But he'll run it right through the middle of the racetrack now. The battle at the front will be between teammates. .6 seconds ahead of third place Lucas Hoytsma. 8 laps to go this time. Side by side into turns 1 and 2. Will Cato have enough run coming out of the corner to get down the backstretch and finally put the 94 in his rear view? And this time he gets the job done. 7 to go this time. There's Hoytsma. 4.9 seconds behind these guys. There's Garrett Boyd. He is 7.5 seconds behind the leaders. Casey Graves, 14.1 seconds. Mike Forstner, 16.7. Cliff Mullins right behind him, 17.4 seconds back. Cato now out to about 5 car lengths. Look back off of his bumper. Gidman is doing everything he can to try to get back to the 12 car. Be the wave lap the next time. Nothing in front of the leader. He should have clean a racetrack for the remainder. All he's got to do is put 5 more smooth, solid laps together. Gidman now losing ground at 0.6 of a second.
All right, man.
Caution for the first time tonight, and this is going to be an absolute game changer. 44 car is going to have a problem. Oh, that car started to slide, and he overcorrected, puts it in the outside fence, and then a hard lick to the inside. Pieces and parts everywhere. That is going to give us a green-white checker finish to this. And that is going to bring everybody back together. Now, any of the guys on the lead lap that may have saved a set of tires, which I'm pretty sure there's nobody, would have a gigantic advantage. Now, what it's going to come down to now is, does the 12 car still have enough on those Goodyears to hold off a heat cycled 94, a 46, and even the 21? There's only going to be 6 cars on the lead lap. They're all going to start at the front. So Casey Graves may be able to make this officially a victory lap. Still, he'll be able to catch up, and he races some gigantic deficits for some of these guys. Cato, Gidman, Hoytsma, Boyd, Graves, and Forstner. I think Ryan Campbell will be back on the lead lap, so he'll get his wave around, and he will be the lucky dog, and he'll have a chance. The guys up front could wad each other up. He could be way at the back, be able to miss it all, and steal the victory here tonight. But he'll be the next car back on the lead lap. Well, let's get driver in here. We'd love to talk to this guy. Well, he's not here. So we're not going to get to talk to that guy. We're going to grab another one. Let's talk to this guy. Gidman, you got a copy?
I do.
All right, man. We saw the 12 car go right by you there. You guys fought for a lap or two. You're going to get another shot at him here on the restart, but you're going to have a whole bunch of guys that have made up a lot of time. Can the 94 get this thing done tonight here?
I don't know. I mean, it's a shame when you have such a great green flag race like that, and then a guy, I don't even know what happened, but nobody took blame for anything. So it's just a shame that we're here, but we'll do our best.
Yeah, looked like 44 car just got loose coming off turn 2 in front of another car, and wasn't really much anybody could do. It just ended up being kind of one of those racing deals. But you're going to have about 6 cars right there together, all in the lead lap. The wave around car is going to be way at the back. Man, are you guys going to be able to fend off the 46, the 01, the 21, the 69, and keep this a Cato Gidman front 2?
We'll see.
All right.
Sorry, we're trying to work through stuff.
We noticed
in the racetrack.
Yeah, we noticed your guy was taking the outside. So give it all you got, buddy. Hopefully we get to talk to you here in a couple minutes.
Thank you.
They're trying to work things out and get race control to make sure who's got what where. I do believe that the 44 car actually retired. I don't think they need to worry about it. He took himself off the racetrack. Unfortunate. And that's, Cliff's a good driver. He just made a mistake. Car got a little loose and a little overcorrection. All right, it's going to be Cato and Gidman on the front row. Cato took the outside, and then Hoytsma next to Boyd in row 2. And Graves and Forstner in that third row back there. Green flag back in the air. Good start for the outside row. Boyd is going to make a run on the outside and see if he can use the momentum to get Hoytsma back behind him again. Gidman now up to speed. Looks like he may be able to hold on to second. Hoytsma not going to give that up easily. Once that podium, now he's going to duck behind the 21. He'll go to the high side. Can he get out of the corner better than Boyd? Can Boyd get across the nose and get some dirty air on that 46 and keep him back there? I think that's a big run. Boyd saw this happen last night. White flag coming out. Cato's got it in hand. Gidman may have second. Who's going to be third? That's the question. And Hoytsma in low, up, high, drove it by. Mike Forstner up to fifth. But Ross Cato out front, Galen Gidman right behind him. Checkered flag this time by. Cato will get another win. Gidman's going to come home second. Hoytsma's going to hold off Boyd for third. Boyd fourth. Forstner gets 2 fifth places in a row. Graves sixth. And Campbell will come home seventh on the lead lap. Then it's Llewellyn, Spalding, Williams, Gagliano, Everett, and then all of our DNF cars, Mullins, Larch, Pearson, and Smith. So 96 laps, we get a caution finally, and a green-white checker shootout at the end. And it didn't change the finishing order at all. Well, we're going to lose our third place finisher there. Not going to get to see him in his car, but we will get to see the 12. We will get to see the 94. We'll get ready to talk to these guys here momentarily. Just waiting for Mr. Hoytsma to make his way to us so we can chat with him. We'll give him a couple of minutes here. We're going to talk to Casey Graves as well. We may not get a chance to talk to our third place finisher. So we're going to move on. We talked to him right before the restart. Oh, nope, there he comes. Now we get to talk to Mr. Hoytsma. Good job. We had just all but given up right there. And now we'll grab him up. Finally got him out of all of that equipment, got him up here to talk to him. Lucas Hoytsma, third place tonight. Tell me about the car and tell me about the racetrack here at Homestead to finish things off this season.
Yeah, I felt like I had pretty good speed, but Ross, Galen, and Garrett were super fast. I had nothing for them, and I felt fast, so those guys were on another level. But I had a lot of fun tonight. It was a nice clean and green race right up until the end. I don't think much really happened there at the end. Everybody their tires are already pretty beat, so kind of just ended up where we should have been. So it was a super fun race. Congrats to Ross on the win. That was a dominant one there. And then Casey, I think, on the championship, he ran a really good season.
We don't get to hear you say those guys were just on another level very often. Did you just miss it tonight on the setup, or is this just not one of your favorite places to race? Because we don't see this very often out of you.
Yeah, I don't know. I was a little tight all night, but that wasn't a super bad issue. Maybe the car wasn't as quick as I've had previously, but I think those guys just were fast. So yeah, I don't want to take anything away from them. I felt like I did a pretty good job tonight. It was just one of those deals where it came to an end, the streak. So I won't complain. I think I got 4 this season, so that's more than enough for one person. And I appreciate everybody racing me clean all season, even through that.
Well, it's an awesome job. It's been fun watching you since you got on the scene here. I talked about it in the opener that the most dominant driver in the series right now. It's 46 car tonight. Come up a couple spots short, but we're used to watching you run at the front. So hearing you say the other guys just had it a little bit better is kind of strange. But we hope we get to see you back next season, and maybe you'll take over for your buddy Casey Graves, and you'll be the guy on top next season.
Yeah, I definitely want to try for it. That'd be pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to it. Definitely going to want to run again with all these guys.
All right, man.
Appreciate everything you've done.
Shout outs and thank yous, and we're going to let you go celebrate.
Yeah. For the last time this season, True Southern Florida Living BeefOBradys, Edmund Trophy and Award, Scott King Designs. As always, you for broadcasting, all the admins for doing it, and all the guys racing here, all the guys on my team, Casey, Nick, Cliff, everybody who helps out, and it's been a good time, so appreciate everybody.
All right, man. Thanks for the praise, and it's always fun watching when you guys come in and race. So thanks for being here, and I'll look forward to seeing you at All-Star Race in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Roger.
Oh, Lucas Hoitzma, he finishes third tonight. And he said that the RPM guys just kind of were on another level. And Galen Gidman, you come home second, you get to hang on to your spot there. You guys were very fast all night long, and you actually drove from the back to the front and kind of had this thing under control till your teammate got clear of traffic.
Well, I feel like I talked to you about 5 minutes ago, but honestly, I wasn't listening at that point, so I don't remember what we talked about. So bear with me if I repeat myself here. But yeah, it was a fun race. Got to make up a bunch of the track position early and get out there. But I know Ross has been working all week long on the top and really likes that here. And I would say that I've never found a lot of comfort or success up there, and so I was kind of committed to the bottom. And as we got through the runs, I could see that he was figuring out the top better and better and would catch me at the end. And I mean, I tried to move around some. I tried to do some different things, and we compared notes on the adjustments over the day. We both made about the same adjustments. He just did it better. So, man, it was a fun race though.
Well, what did you guys find in practice? Because it seemed like maybe the car got a little bit better from the practice session to the race session.
I mean, if I told you that, I'd have to kill you. But it wasn't big. It did make a pretty good difference, though.
Well, it's awesome. I'm glad you guys found something in there because you definitely showed out tonight. You qualify 1, 2, 3 as a team. For a long time, you ran 1, 2, 3. You come home second. It's got to be a pretty good feeling to end the season this way. I know we're not going to see a lot of you next season on Tuesday nights unless it's just perfect timing. But a great way to run the season. You get to come home second in the points, buddy. You missed a couple of races.
Yeah, man, I think I did the math, and had I showed up every week, I'm still pretty sure Casey would have walked away with the win here. I mean, he's a very deserving champion. We've raced a lot. I don't think we've ever run into each other, had an issue. Really, he deserves all the accolades and all the success he gets. So I had a good year and had some decent stats, which I could have won another race or two, but had some good polls along the way and very consistent. So I'll take it.
Well, an awesome job, man. A second place finish to close out the season and to start getting ready for the All-Star race in a couple weeks. But before we let you go, shout-outs, thank yous, and hopefully we see you in a couple weeks.
Well, first off, I can't thank True Southern Florida Living enough. I've got to race this beautiful 94 car the last 2 seasons, and got to thank Doyle for getting me looking so good the last couple of years. I know that be a different driver in this car next year, but I want to thank Doyle for the great schemes and obviously True Southern Florida Living for putting their stuff on the car. Really enjoyed that. Obviously, BeefOBradys too, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network, Dirt Racing Network, Tire Admin Team. It's been a fun season. I appreciate all the work that all you guys put in making this happen.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and I'll see you here in just a little bit.
See you, man.
Galen Gidman, second tonight, and he runs second to his teammate who literally had to run him down on the very top of the racetrack, but I know he loves this place. says he doesn't get the results. Tonight, that is a different story. Ross Cato off the top side, picking up the win.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I had a lot of fun tonight and racing one of my best friends, Galen Goodman, tonight, wheel to wheel. That was a blast. I would have preferred to not have that caution at the end. I didn't really think I was going to be in victory lane after that yellow flag dropped, but I got it done tonight. Super fun evening.
Yeah, you did everything pretty much off the top side. We only see you go to the bottom just briefly. You made up a lot of time. Just super comfortable riding right up there by the wall.
Yeah, I really like ripping it up the top there. Just trying to get my right rear right up against the wall and just try to get that nice just sort of bite off the top lane coming on corner exit and onto the straightaway, and just kind of making that straightaway longer, if you will, and just getting those runs. It's just so fun. And yeah, I spent most of all the race searching what lanes were advantageous, especially if there was dirty air involved, or different kind of pit strategies. And restarts were that last restart kind of had some confusion about lane choice, but yeah, we got it done, and just really happy to get a win tonight.
And closing the season out with a win. Hopefully you can take that momentum and go to the All-Star race and do well. But next season, what does that hold for the 12? You going to come in and try to vie for the championship?
You know, I think I'll be returning. I have such a great time racing with these fellas, tweaking on setups, tweaking myself when I get wrecked. But you know, overcoming from those adversities and having a strong run just on raw speed like this, it makes it all worthwhile. So yeah, I think I'll return, and yeah, I'm excited to get some more laps in, and hopefully some more wins.
All right, man. Well, shout-outs and thank yous before we let you go tonight, and then we'll look forward to seeing you on the 18th at the All-Star race over at Charlotte.
Yeah, I realized I thanked the wrong sponsors last night at the at the truck race, getting the podium. But hey, there are no sponsors of this league are the wrong sponsors. But I'll try to get the series sponsors right tonight. So let's thank True Southern Florida Living, BeefOBradys, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network, Digital Dirt Racing Network. I flubbed that one again. And the admin team, Larry Moody, Mike Forstner, Scott King, and Garrett Boyd, and everyone who makes this happen. And of course, you, Roger Wagner. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Thanks, Ross. And, I gave you a little bit of a hard time about that last night, but it's all in fun. We know you can't have a wrong sponsor as long as they're participating and giving you guys a great place to race. They're all winners in our book, and we do greatly appreciate it. Congrats on the win tonight, man. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks at the All-Star race.
Thank you very much.
Ross Cato, and he gets the win. But that win is not enough to prevent a back-to-back championship for the 01 car. Casey Graves are going to see him with some new skin next season in the truck series, as he will move to Monday night and concentrate on that. But we're going to talk to him about Tuesday nights. You did not get the finish that you had hoped for here, but it was enough to secure the championship, buddy. Let's ask you, did something go wrong out there that cost you not being at the front? And how do you feel about back-to-backs?
No, I don't know. I think I said it last week. I struggle here normally, and definitely not my best track. His car was a little tight, center of the whole race. Couldn't really dial that out. I don't know. Struggled and then the restart, I spun the tires. That was kind of my fault. Cost myself a top 5, but honestly, you're on a whatever this was 12 race championship and had 11 other races that were pretty good. So I'm not gonna complain about tonight. It was a good season overall, and yeah, like you said, got back-to-back championships, and unfortunately don't get to defend it, but I'll let somebody else get a shot at it next year.
You
Next
let somebody.
season, I should say.
You can let somebody else come get it, and you can come back and take it away from them next time, right?
Yeah, maybe we'll see. I know unless you move the dates, my Tuesdays are gonna be booked up for a while. I do get to run the All-Star race though, so
Woohoo!
maybe we'll send out my Tuesday career with a win.
Well, then you can focus on your Monday career and see if you can get a championship over in the trucks, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many truck races I've run. I know I've won a couple of them.
Well, I think you came in and won the first 2 you ran, didn't you?
I think
you and Kobe went like back to back.
Yeah, we were pretty strong there for them few weeks that we got to run before my league had started up. Then I think I did beat him at Martin. Got the bounty on that.
You did. I remember that. You did get the bounty. So, we're going to look forward to seeing you back over there in the house truck for King's Roadhouse and get things kind of going. I saw that paint on that truck. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. It looks pretty good. Looks really good.
It's a good-looking hot rod. Yeah. Garrett did a good job painting that thing up.
Yeah, so we're going to look forward to seeing you there. But, man, this season, not a ton of downs. A lot of, really good races. You had 3 wins, and, you were chasing your teammate half the time.
Yeah, I mean, we'd all kind of push each other. I know Galen and Ross even said it tonight, like they were just pushing each other to beat each other, and sometimes that helps, like just having a teammate there that is either faster than you one week or you're faster than him. You push each other to the limits to try to. You're both trying to win, but at the same time, you're getting faster together.
Well, an awesome job this season, man. Deservedly so, the back-to-back champion. So give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we will let you go celebrate the big win, and we'll get you the hardware as soon as we can get it to you, buddy.
Yeah. First off, you, as always, for putting this thing on, broadcasting it, everything you do. It's very much appreciated. Without it, probably isn't a league. And same goes with everybody else. Larry, Mike, Scott, Garrett, they all do their work and keep this thing running, taking a little load off you. And I think without everybody there, definitely wouldn't have a league. Then, of course, True Southern Florida Living sponsoring. Were they the sponsor last year also, or just this year?
No, this season only.
Yeah.
So far, we're hoping they're back next season.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they do come back. Yeah, they've done a good
We'll
job coming on board. And, yep. And BeefOBradys, Edmund Trophy, and Scott again with Scott King Designs. I know he does all the
social media,
like the banners. Yeah.
He does all of our social media and advertising stuff. So he's working real hard right now at the Wisconsin State Fair. He's got about another 14 days of that.
Yeah, and then I think he said he's got IndyCar coming up too. So
Yep, right. In fact, he's given away the tickets that we had to give away. He's going to make sure that the guys are going to use the tickets, and he's going to get those away that we had for that race a few months ago that everybody won tickets for. So, Scotty does a lot, and he's a behind-the-scenes guy, kind of. So he does a lot, and I really think all my admins, everybody, because they all do a lot of stuff that I don't do anymore. Because I just kind of turn the reins over to these guys. All I kind of do is like the mother hen. I just kind of make sure they all go peck where they're supposed to go peck. That's it. That's my job. And then talk to you guys every week. So, but man, awesome job back to back. We know you're going to come out, but and give up the Tuesday night stuff. But we're looking forward to seeing what you can do on Monday. See if you can go in there. You can wrestle it away from the back-to-back champion on Monday night. So Adam Vinny. That ought to be fun to watch you guys tussle. So I'm looking forward to it myself. We get to see you on the All-Star race over at Charlotte in a couple weeks. That'll be fun. Until then, man, congrats on the championship. Thank you for racing with us. I hope you get to come back on Tuesday soon. But I'm looking forward to seeing you on Mondays. And come kick some butt.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Casey Graves, everybody, your season 28 champion here in the True Southern Florida Living Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys. Man, these guys do a good job getting all the sponsors out. That's awesome. That's probably the main thing that we worry about here is making sure these guys get all of the kudos to the sponsors. I give the kudos to the fans. I love you guys. You guys keep the chat lively. It's a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed the season. That's going to close down season 28. Season 29 is already in the works. We have tentative schedules done. We are looking at a end of August restart, but we're going to take a week off, do some things, do some clerical stuff, do some administrative things, get things in order. We're going to have the All-Star race on the 18th, and then we will be back to racing hopefully on the 24th. If not, we'll be back on October the 1st. September the 1st. Sorry. We'll be back pretty quickly once we get the All-Star race out of the way. It has been a phenomenal season. I cannot say. We had one caution here tonight. We didn't have any cautions last week in Michigan. You go 2 races, a couple hundred laps, and you only get 1 caution. Man, these guys did this all season long. We didn't really have bad nights of racing, even in the Truck Series. We didn't have bad nights of racing. It's a testament to how good all the drivers in these series are. And they're going to keep coming back season after season because they like the racing. They like that everybody's competitive. They like that everything is pretty clean. So we can't wait to get season 29, see if we can add a few guys. We know we'll have a few guys back. Hopefully Mr. Lawrence will be back. He'll have his racing computer. The engine will be fixed in it, and he'll be able to come back and do some laps with us. But if you are not already a member, digitalsimracing.com. Go over there. Fill out the application. Join these guys. Some of the best in the business right here every single night doing it. Come join us for next season. Thank you guys for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this without the awesome leagues that give us great racing on a nightly basis. There is absolutely nothing for us to bring to you, so everybody gets a high five and a pat on the back for all of that. Come and see us tomorrow night for Midwest Truck Series at Kansas, and then again on Thursday night for the Road to Pro Series at Iowa. 8:30 and 8 p.m. Eastern starts for those consecutive nights. But until you come back to see us, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down at all.